Welcome to the final match of round 3 winners bracket. It is going to be between Snerp Haven. Down here in the bottom left we have Motiva on Ares, Toko on Hydros and Jornar on Grath. Against Patch Beasts we have Dragomandril on here on Ares, Double D on Vela and Slammer on Hydros. Let's take a quick look at their compositions. We see Toko getting one engineer and the traditional shadow. We see Jornar going for engineer sentinel, and we see Motiva getting one sentinel and a warp drone, maybe for a potential back door there. And for Patch Beasts we have Double D going for engineer and sentinel, Slammer going for warp drone and sentinel, and Drago going for juggernaut. So interesting setups from both teams, pretty standard at this point, nothing too crazy or out of the ordinary. So let's get this game started in here. We see Toko, he is moving up. Jornar and Motiva are probably going to go for this one. Slammer and Drago and Double D, looks like they are going to split around here, but we have seen them in the past try and be this, do this exact same strategy, be aggressive and try and deny camps. And let's see if it is going to work for them at this point. Drago and Double D are managing to push one, to pull one away. The same can be said for Slammer in here. Let's see who's going to get that. Actually, the red team manages to steal one creep up there, and it looks like they're going to steal this one as well. So nicely done by Patch Beasts. They are able to steal two creeps at this point, so they are going to be a little bit ahead on resources, at least during the early game. We see Jonah right now going very fast, tech level 2. Motiva is not currently building anything, but I believe he is going to tech up as well. There we go, tech level 2, and a few sand stingers as well. Toko getting tech level 2 as well. Drago going for a Sandstinger heavy playstyle, Double D with his Raptors, and currently upgrading to tech level 2 as well. Slammer doing pretty much the same with his Scuttle Guards. And Drago is uncontested during this fight that is happening here between Toko and those easy creeps. And he is going to be able to sort of clear out this neutral critter camp. Nicely done by Drago there. Even though Toko was able to kill that, he is not going to find anything around here. The same is going on in the bottom right corner. Motiva and Jornar are pretty much bullying Slammer out of position down there. Nice good doing for Toko there, sniping out one ward that was placed. And Motiva and Jornar are still around here, and they are still killing these critters uncontested. Jornar is getting his first Bramblethorn, and Toko actually getting tech level 3 incredibly early. 30 seconds until the first Titan. And Toko is actually going to get himself surrounded if he goes into that choke. Double D tries to go after him, but this Sandstinger army is incredibly squishy, and Drago does not want to engage Toko head on. The Titan is going to come in 10 seconds right now, and both teams are now preparing for this fight. Motiva is now getting his tech level 3 up as well, so he might go into either Ember Fiends or Apocalypse, skipping the Devilkin phase just for a bit. I believe he's going to introduce them at a later point. Toko actually being extremely aggressive with his Scuttle Guards. He has to be backed by his teammates at least a little bit, otherwise he does not have the damage to take on this army from Double D. And those Raptors are doing a lot of damage down there, and Toko's Scuttle Guards are now dead. Only Toko remaining, and he goes down indeed. Motiva with those few Sandstingers not able to do all that much right now, and Jornar has to back away even though he does have that Bramblethorn. The first, even though, as we can see right here, the blue team was able to dish out a lot of damage on that first Titan while this was going on. So if only they can get in there and finish off this Titan, and even if they are not going to be able to do that, this is not going to be a healthy Titan coming their way, so they will be able to take care of it fairly easily. And at this point they are just preparing to defend this push that is going to come from Patch Beasts. It will be interesting to see if they are going to come with the Titan and back him up, or just split, and it looks like they are doing a bit of each. Drago is trying to back with the Titan, and while Slammer and Double D are going to split and try to take a few towers there. Drago not really successful with that Titan. It did have just a little bit of health left, so it was very easy for our blue team to take care of it. Now let's see our composition. We have Slammer going for his first Ice Frog. Double D is still on Raptors right now, playing a little bit more like an assassin, and Toko is ready to warp in one Aquadillo and an Ice Frog as well, while Motiva is going for Apocalypse. In the meantime, Jornar was able to take down this tower uncontested. Nicely done by him. He will have tech level 3 up and running. It will be interesting to see what he goes for. I believe it is going to be that Trebuchet. Otherwise, I'm not sure why he wanted to rush for tech level 3. And as we can see down here, Motiva is just going for that Bioshard heavy style. Toko with one Aquadillo tries to push Double D away. Even though that Aquadillo is extremely durable and can hit really hard, Double D will be able to snipe him away with his superior range. But that Apocalypse shot gets in the gold from Motiva there. Nicely done by him, and Drago pretty much loses his whole army right there, and he only now has started upgrading tech level 3. They have to be careful in here. Slammer is coming up, and this might not be all that good for Motiva and Jornar down here. Medium camps have spawned, and they are battling over this one. Slammer does not want to pursue. Instead, they want to make sure that they are going to get this medium camp. Toko, on the other hand, with one Ice Frog and one Aquadillo, is trying to take down this camp. He does manage to take on the boss. Double D is harassing him quite heavily with his raptors there. Those raptors can do quite a little bit of damage. And actually right now, because of the sentinel and this ward, he does have vision, and he can stay roughly around here and try and damage those units. Taking a look at our income, we see that both teams are fairly close right now. 300 Bioshard difference in favor of our blue team. Let's check out army. In fact, on the army here, we can see that the blue team is a lot more tech advanced at this point. A lot more Bioshards invested into army, and not that much energy right now. This is because Double D is actually going for this Raptor style, and also Drago has lost pretty much his entire army because of one Apocalypse shot. Slammer is now attempting to take down this tower and trading those Ice Frog's abilities back and forth. Toko is actually having a superior army right now, and I believe that Ice Frog is going to go down. Nicely done by Toko. And Slammer does end up taking the tower. He knows he is dead at this point, so he wants to just gather up a few Bioshards before he goes. Drago is now trying to rebuild. He does have one Apocalypse and one Ember Fiend coming up, along with one Devilkin Dervish. We see that Jornar is now having a full Bramblethorn set up, 3 of them, and getting his Trebuchet as well as some upgrades. Toko is now getting his second Aquadillo, actually his third Aquadillo. He's now pretty much maxed on high tier units. You can see that in the army tab right here. And both teams are now waiting for the next Titan. We are going to see which way it is going to go. Motiva has 3 Apocalypses and is getting ability power level 1 to try and boost that Apocalypse damage. 1 Ember Fiend is there as well, 2 more on the way to try and block this this middle side of the map. But that Trebuchet is going to do a lot of work there, and Motiva actually has to get back in here because Titans have now spawned. And he is missing out on quite a bit. We see 2 heat waves coming from Drago there, doing a little bit of work, but not really managing to take Toko out of this position. This Trebuchet is constantly repositioning itself, not letting them have one breath of air at this point, and we see that this Ice Frog is going to go down with his ability. This Aquadillo is trapped and it is going to go down. Toko is very aggressive with his Aquadillos, trying to push the red team away, and it looks like they have pretty much secured this Titan. It is a little bit early to tell, but Toko is doing a great work at not letting them get anywhere near their Titan. And right now Motiva is up here as well, dishing out some heat waves. The Titan has been killed, and it is going to go for these towers right now. And it looks like we have a split here. Motiva going to go with the Titan, while Jonar and Toko are actually just going to go straight for the archive. This is very risky by our blue team right here. Even though they have a superior army, it is fairly early to try and seal out this game. We see those Ember Fiends are doing a little bit of work, actually killing a lot of Motiva's units down there. But that Titan is doing a lot of damage to that archive, and it looks like they might actually be able to get this one. Very interesting strategy from Team Snerp Haven at this point. Very ballsy, going straight for the archive. It is definitely going to be close in here. The Titan is still alive. They have lost everything basically at this point. Only one. And there it goes, and during the last shot it was able to take him down. It would have been a disaster if the blue team was not able to take this game. Snerp Haven is going to advance to the round 4 of the winners bracket, while Patch Beasts are going to go down to the losers bracket.